outside, but it's hot on the inside, man. Inside these YouTube streets, it's burning fire, boy. It's worse than summertime, man. It's going down. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that notification button so you know when I'm up here, man. Please hit the like button for me, man. Please hit the like button, man. It's going buck wild, brothers. They said, P. Diddy's sons putting out a documentary. They went in on Damon Wayans about it. But he also said anybody can put out a documentary and paint the narrative how they want to and things of that nature. And I guess P. Diddy and them, his sons, listen to that. And they putting it out on the Zeus Network. Shout out to Lemmy Plummer, that's my homie. That's the CEO of Zeus Network. This was going to be a very interesting one right now. 50 Cent responded to it. People are saying and giving backlash to 50 Cent that he was busy. That's why he ain't had time to respond back to Jim Jones and Fabulous Mano and Dave East podcast. He didn't have time to respond back. They said, well, why he's responding back to this? We thought he was busy. So I'm gonna do this with no fair use. Jig Smooth got it up here, reported it, and he's actually showing some of the content. But y'all can go to Jig Smooth and get to see it. But we gotta react to some of this, man. Using this under fair use, man. Let's go.
Guys, we officially have a dock off. That's right, you guys. In response to 50 Cent,
he calling it a dock off. Let's go.
Doc about their father Diddy. Diddy's sons King Combs and Justin Combs came together and said, you know what? Since you want to paint a nasty narrative about a father, well, why don't we tell our side of the story? Yesterday, these guys released a trailer for their doc that they're going to be dropping soon. Here it is.
Procession of his children arriving in court for day one of their father's sex trafficking trial in New York. Hands gripped in solidarity.
Do you still believe your dad's innocent? How did you feel hearing that testimony? You apologize on behalf of your father? Do you believe your father's innocent? Do you still think your father? Your daddy got 4 years! Your daddy got 4 years for abusing women! That's wrong! You think that's wrong! Why is
Hello. This is a prepaid collect call from Federal Correctional Institution, Fort Dix.
Now, you guys remember
Y'all gotta go and check that trailer out, man. Good fella was good. Peace to you, homie. Peace to you, kid. We gonna listen what Hobie got to say, Jigs.
last month when Marlon Wayans caught backlash after his radio interview? One of his main reasons for not supporting the doc is because he felt like docs are all about painting narratives. Marlon Wayans said, if you don't like somebody, you can easily do a doc and make them look a certain way. Okay.
And the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
who's telling the story, right? You can skew
people very close to the situation.
But you can create any narrative as a producer and as a director and as a storyteller. I can create a narrative. I could be like, you know what? You have. I could create a narrative.
Well,
we
see it all the time in reality shows.
Like,
reality shows.
You're creating my narrative. It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. I can get interviews. I can do this. I can give you footage, and I could make you think this about that person.
Nah, for sure, yeah.
And that's deep. Marlon Wayne went through the drama when he said all of that, and it's definitely the truth, man. People can paint a narrative. So now, Diddy's sons is coming back, but it's not saying nothing that is talking about 50 Cent and it's painting a narrative about him or nothing. I think they should probably leave that open for the people to want to go and see. Man, it's getting ready to get interesting, man. One thing I can say, this is getting, well, it's already been very entertaining. This is very entertaining, man. And, oh boy, we're going to be having docu-wars out here. People battling with documentaries now. Facts.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So for me, you know, I think, look, 50 and Puff have a long-term beef.
Well, looks like Diddy's sons, Christian and Justin Combs, they definitely learned a lot from the interview and said, you know what? Since 50's making our dad look like a monster, a big villain, why don't we put out a doc to make him look human? This doc is being produced by none other than Zeus Network. That's right, you guys. The network that shows you nothing but scandalous women in bikinis doing absolutely nothing productive but fighting each other. Now, Zeus Network caught a lot of backlash. A lot of people said, yo, we gotta cancel these guys. How can you want to platform something like this, especially when all the victims have came forward about Diddy? Now, after receiving a lot of backlash yesterday, this prompted the CEO of Zeus Network to speak out. Lamel Plummer put out this message. He said, yo, to be clear, this documentary series is centered on providing Justin and Christian the opportunity to share their personal story and lived experiences, particularly as their lives have also been directly impacted. This project is not intended to endorse, defend, or vindicate Diddy or any individual, nor does it seek to justify or minimize any actions that have been alleged or adjudicated. As a network, we believe in the importance of allowing individuals to speak for themselves, just as any credible network entering the documentary space does. Hey man, I like that excuse. When the house is on fire,
that's really not an excuse. They are a network. So why is it a problem if they doing it and they are a network? What is the excuse about it? Why is it not an excuse when Netflix did what they did? What is the difference, man? Stop it, Jigs. Come on, man.
you gotta blame everybody else. You gotta snitch. Hey, you guys, Netflix also does it too. And don't forget about Hulu and also Tubi. They all do it. I love it. Now he goes on to say, our role is to provide a platform for stories to be told honestly and without prejudgment. What viewers will see is raw, real, and authentic storytelling. That is the essence of this project. We respectfully ask that the series not be prejudged before it is seen. Everyone will have the opportunity to watch, assess the content, and arrive at their own conclusions. AKA, we spent a shit ton of money on this doc. Please do not make any noise to get it canceled before we actually get a chance to put it out. Now, let's all be honest here, alright? This is a money grab. These guys have seen how much money...
I mean, the 50 Cent Netflix joint, let's don't say 50 Cent because he didn't own the project. Netflix owned the project. And it was a money grab for them as well because they only showed a bunch of stuff that people already seen in the courtroom about Diddy's personal life and all of that. They didn't really show nothing that was effective when people could say, oh, wow, we didn't know that. Oh, no, they didn't say nothing. So that was a money grab too. And I would do a money grab right back. Why not? And who the best to tell the story? His own kids. Not only that, they got the right to speak about whatever they want to speak about their father and defend their father. They're supposed to do that. Supposed to hold it down because he locked up. That's one thing. And not only that, it's two sides to a story. Everybody got to tell their side of the story. So I'm not in agreement with that. But let's finish listening.
These kinds of docs make, especially when you're telling the story from the villain side. Lamel knew this would go viral. He knew.
And who is the villain? Who's the villain? And you paint them out to be a villain by utilizing those words. Maybe that's what the documentary is about to be about, that he's not no villain that he was painted to be. People beat up women, not good, but there's so many people that beat up women. We gotta keep it 1,000. They saying 50 beat up, allegedly, his baby moms and a lady speaking out about it. And I'm just playing devil advocate. So don't call him no villain, man. But you gotta see the actual content that's going to be dropped before you just call them a villain as if what they doing is wrong, but what Netflix did was right. That sounds very nice, my brother.
Knew this would cause a lot of controversy, but yet he said, fuck it. If the money's there, let's do it. I promise you, nobody on this earth, nobody in this galaxy, nobody in this fucking Milky Way was sitting around wondering, hey man, I wonder what Christian Combs and Justin Combs are thinking about Diddy being locked up right now. Boy, I sure wish somebody would make a docuseries about their thoughts on it. And to be honest, you guys,
You wildin' if you think people ain't thinking that. But you not watch how many people is not feeling that Puff locked up for something he didn't do. We're not talking about the stuff that he did do that he wasn't even charged for. We're talking about what he in there for nothing. Think people is not thinking about that? A lot of people ain't feeling that. What make you think that? Not only that, other people's gonna be nosy and be thirsty to see this documentary and see what it consists of. I think you kind of all the way to the left, a little off with this one, Chiggs. No disrespect to you. I like your content, no disrespect, but I think you kind of being biased, man.
don't blame him. As a business, you gotta do what's going to make you money, whether positive or negative. Lamel knows his target audience. The man knows that people that don't fuck with his network, the Zeus Network, they're probably not gonna tune in. But people that subscribe to his network, people that watch baddies, people that enjoy ratchet shit, 9 times out of 10, despite the controversy, they're all gonna tune into the docuseries. Now, the man of the hour, 50 Cent, spoke out against it. 50 Cent said, wow, I want to see this show. I'm not sure this was a good idea. Now, if you're 50, you know exactly what Diddy's trying to do with this doc. He's trying to control the narrative and make you look crazy for putting out the initial doc on him. And what better way to tug people's heartstrings and get sympathy than using your own kids? Unfortunately for the...
That's not using his own kids and for no sympathy. His kids is grown men at this point. And people look at that as being honorable to their father and stepping up and standing up. It's not a sympathy thing, and there's 2 sides to every story. So what make it better that Netflix and 50 Cent can do something, but they can't do nothing and fight back? So what they supposed to sit down and let a person try to drag down their family member and not do nothing? Come on, bro, you wildin', man. That ain't how this work out here in this real world with people that is known for standing up for themselves. Even people that's wrong gonna stand up for themselves, period. So, and at the end of the day, even if it ain't about the money just comes with it. Cause they wanna put something out as far as Diddy's integrity is concerned, but the money just comes with it. It is what it is at this point. Netflix ain't putting nothing out to do nothing to better the situation with Diddy's victims. It showed a lot of lies in that Netflix series. I was in the City College movement, and it's loopholes in that was lies. I was there helping push people through them doors, and I seen what happened. That wasn't even Diddy's fault; it was the police fault. So nah, homie, that's a no-no, for real.
If this doc does not include these guys having anything to say about Diddy being convicted, or if these guys do not come out and say, yo, our dad was wrong, I don't think people are really gonna care for it.
Why would they come out and say our dad was wrong? He's in there unlawfully convicted for something. He done beat the case, and now they got him in there for something that he didn't do. So how could they dad be wrong? Wrong about what? And whatever he did, personal rob people and all of that, other people can deal with that. But they gonna speak about the things what is going on with their father. That's just how that goes. Why would they say their dad is wrong and people ain't gonna feel it? People gonna feel exactly what they saying. A lot of people is rooting for a truth to be told to the side of why Diddy is in jail. Nobody's rooting for Diddy on the side of him whooping on Cassie and all. They not rooting for him for that. So let's don't get this twisted. They not rooting on him for that part. They rooting on him because the government made up a reason to keep him in there. And they ain't even make up a reason. They just straight up denying everything, his bail, his appeals. They just straight up denying him with legal terminology that sound like they talking about something, and it's not really speaking about nothing. And his lawyers is coming up with the best motions that ever, with Cassie lying, with the girl lying that he had her hanging out the window. They done proved that he wasn't even there. He was with Cassie, and Cassie didn't even get the story right. She was the stupid enough to let the girl get on the stand, and the government knew she was lying. The other girl lying when she got on the stand, bro. So what are you talking about? Why wouldn't people want to hear it? How's he the villain? Why wouldn't people want to hear the story that his sons is putting out to defend him? People should be thumbing up his sons. That's what we supposed to do out here. We hold our family on. I'm holding my homie down even if he is wrong. I'm gonna tell him behind the scenes though he wrong, you out of line. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let nobody see mine. My homies, my family, sitting somewhere weak and like he don't got nobody. That sound crazy, bro. Where you get that from? And stuff like this will leave an innocent man behind jail, and we seeing what is being done to him. But it ain't nobody's family, so it don't matter to y'all. If it was your brother or your father in there, what would you be doing? Let's answer that question. What would you be doing, man? This sounds wild right here, getting to this point of the segment.
I'm sorry, you can't put out this doc and not mention that your dad was absolutely wrong. So let's see how this.
How their dad was absolutely wrong and 12 jurors said not guilty. Can you explain that one for you to utilize those words, bro? And what part are you saying their dad is wrong about when the jury said he's not guilty? That don't even make sense logically right there on this segment of what's being talked about right here, man.
Goes. You guys get in the comments below. Are you guys going to be watching this doc? And do you guys agree with 50 Cent that this doc was a terrible idea? Like this video, subscribe to my channel.
Why would somebody agree with that? Then the comments is going crazy. Somebody said 50 said he was too busy to respond to Fab, but he responded to this pretty quick. Somebody said there's 2-3 sides to every story. They have the right to tell theirs how they want to. Somebody said, why can't his kids speak on his behalf? I'm confused. Why 50 cares about what Diddy children are doing and running away from Fab? That's what they said. Why not see things from different angles? What else do we have to do? Facts. Somebody put 100% watching. 3 sides to every story. Like I ain't gotta go on and on. That don't even make sense. To try and deter and discourage people from what they about to do. Let them drop theirs. Why not? None of that makes sense. But we definitely will see. But it's about to go crazy. It's very entertaining out here, y'all. So yeah, I had to come up here and check in with y'all, man. And let y'all know and let y'all see what's going on just in case y'all didn't know, man. So yeah, your boy Big Boosie, make sure y'all subscribe, hit that notification button, hit the like button for me. Please hit the like button, man. And once again, please subscribe if you're new to this channel, man. Your boy Big Boosie, I'm out.